what is up guys, what is up? This is part 2 of the turbo install. So what we're installing today is the rest of the oil lines, the oil inlet line and also the drain line. We are tapping the oil pan and then basically just putting everything else back on the car. So we also have to do the IAT sensor for the mega squirt and then also do another tap for like the little hose that connects to the throttle body. So we are tapping the oil pan right now. But other than that, just basically wrapping everything up that we have to, maybe connect the boost gauge or anything like that. But we are trying to, and at the end of this video, we also will be starting the car. So it'll be like, the one thing that we're kind of worried about is like the downpipe, because we don't have a downpipe, because I'm going to get one made by a shop. Because I didn't buy one with the turbo kit. So we're gonna make like our own like pipe, I guess you could say, downpipe. It might look like the Rudnit pipe, I'm not sure, but let's get started because I know you guys want to see it finished. Here we go. Alright guys, so basically we are using a 3/8 NPT tap that we got from, where did we get that from? We got that from Ace Hardware, that's where I got that from. And that's the only place that we could find the NPT tap from. And then also, we did hook the oil inlet line up, and then now we're just doing the oil pan for the oil drain line for the turbo. We have the water lines hooked up already. And this is actually the oil drain line right here that we can show you. It's pretty big. It's gonna work out pretty well. And then that's about all the lines that we're gonna have to do, other than like the wastegate line, which is just, it connects to the turbo for what turbo that we have. But once we do the oil drain line, that'll be a big job out of the way. So we're gonna finish that up and get right back with you guys. As for a lot of questions that I'm probably gonna get asked is like, oh, are you scared of joining your oil pan? It's not like really that like big of a deal to join an oil pan. The only thing is like you might hit that oil like return line in there, but it's not too bad. Let me like do this real quick. All right, there we go. So basically all you have to do is get some duct tape, wrap it around the drill bit, and you probably only want about like that much on the drill bit when you're drilling in, because your oil pan is not too thick. And then also you want to have some oil, or not oil, you want to have some grease. So we're using a grease gun right here. And then what that grease will do is basically it will hold any of the shavings that are coming off the oil pan when you drill it. And then also you just want to keep the oil in your oil pan. And if there's any shavings in there, that'll fall to the bottom of the oil pan. And then when you drain your oil, it'll come out. And if it doesn't, you shouldn't be afraid either, just because those metal shavings will just go in the oil filter. If there's any in there before they go in the motor, it'll be picked up by the oil filter. So no worry there. It's just like a lot of people are scared to do it, but it's really not that bad of a job. Alright boys, so we have the oil drain drilled. So I have my wide angle lens on right now, but like that little silver point right there, that's the hole. It's all drilled in now. So now we're going to take, this is the 3/8 NPT tap, and then also you have the connector right here that will screw into the oil pan that we're tapping for, and then this will also connect to this braided line. And then I have the other piece that connects to the turbo, but we're gonna put this in, and then we'll probably put some thread sealant on it. I'm not sure, probably we will. But once we are done threading that and tapping that, we are gonna get right back with you guys. Alright guys, so we have the tab all good and the threads are fine on it on the oil pan. So now this is our little connector piece that we have, and then you want to put some Permatex on it, which is like thread sealer. So just put like a little bit on it. Ooh, I put a little bit too much, but like it'll be fine. You just want to rub it around in the threads and just get a little bit in there so it seals it. As you guys can see, I'm putting it in right now. Screwing in pretty nice. It's a nice little fit in there. Alright y'all, so it is moving right along. We're kind of like going back and forth. My dad's helping me. So I just drained all the oil out of the oil pan just after we drilled the oil pan, and my dad is finishing up the taps on the intercooler piping. This is the tap for this little hose right here that connects to the throttle body, the breather hose. And then also we're doing the tap currently right now. See if it'll focus. There we go. We're gonna do the tap on that intercooler. See, it's a small hole right there, as you can see. But we're doing those two taps right now. One for the IAT sensor is gonna go on the right side, and then also for that breather hose I just showed you. Those are the last two taps that we're gonna do tonight. By the way, I haven't talked about this in a lot of our videos, but we do have Instagram, we do have Facebook, and we do have Snapchat. So I'll throw them up on the screen right here, and then also I'll throw it down in the description. But we do, like again, we have an Instagram, we do have a Facebook and Snapchat, and they're just all GasPedalGarage. Alrighty guys, as you can see, this is another day. I actually had to wait, this is the next weekend. So this is still part 2, and this is the video where the Miata will be starting up. And so we are just finishing up a few things. Like I said, a radiator hose I was missing. Actually, we got that radiator hose and it didn't work at all. So what I did was the stock radiator Miata hoses, the 2 hoses, and then there's like a metal bar or pipe in there. I actually turned it around and made my own configuration for it to work for my turbo and how I'm doing it. So I'll show you guys that. Basically connected the boost gauge blow off valve, and then just kind of like we're fixing the intercooler piping right now to connect to the turbo. Once that's done, we actually got a down pipe as well, so we're not have to like make a jank one like we thought we were gonna have to do. So we got a down pipe, so that's gonna be clean. We're gonna hook that up. So the 2 major things that we have to do is connect the IAT sensor, which is pretty easy, and then the down pipe, and then finish the intercooler piping, and then just like tighten everything down, and then tune the car on the basic map, and then we should be good. Alright guys, so this video is gonna be like a lot of talking, not too much music is gonna be involved, but what we're doing right now is we're fabbing up, like I said, the intercooler piping to the turbo. So this is the only piece that we have to fab up, and it will be pretty close. As you can see, there's all kinds of parts, and this is actually the top of the down pipe, so it's nice. I had to cut that little piece off. It came from Flying Miata, and my turbo was baggy. Didn't work out, so I cut that middle piece, and it fits perfectly. And then the down pipe is actually right there on the ground. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. I had coffee, so I'm like freaking out all over the place. Anyway, the turbo is in there. All the lines are all jank all over the place, but they're in, and they're just waiting to be hooked up to the turbo. And let's take a look at this radiator hose right here that I did. So this bar actually connects all the way over here, if you would look in your Miata if you have one. And then I actually switched it and turned it 180 degrees. And this pipe is usually actually down at the bottom of the radiator, and this pipe down here is actually up here. So I switched it, cut it a little bit, and it actually works. And like, there's so much room in this general area for intercooler piping, which is what I needed. So that's basically it. And also with the down pipe, we got this cold air intake, and it's flat, so it's gonna sit right here. And then we also got some boxing to box in the cold air intake, and then we also got this from Flying Miata as well, which is a 90-degree coupler that connects right here, as you guys can see, and then connects the cold air intake that's gonna sit right there. This like really floppy thing is gonna connect into the breather hose for the head cover, and literally that's about it. Like we're really close, so we're gonna get all this fabbed up and show you guys. So. Alright, update guys. So like we have gotten all the intercooler piping all finished and fabbed up, and it's connected, and we had a lot of trouble just bolting the turbo up to the manifold, and we finally got it. So we have all of the nuts bolted on, they're all tightened down, and then now we basically just finished all the lines up, and so we'll turn it around right here. So what we have here is the oil inlet line is this one, the water inlet line is this one, and then the water outlet is on the other right side of the turbo, and then the oil drain line is, you can see this line right here, this one that I'm touching with my finger, and then this is the radiator guy that I showed you before, and the intercooler piping comes up in here and connects to the bottom of the turbo right here. We also put the breather line on for the wastegate, that's on there, and literally it's it's almost there. We just have to tighten down the water line on the right side, and then all the lines are good, and then we will be putting the downpipe on the upper one first, and then also we have the lower one that I showed you guys before. But it is coming along, so we'll get right back with you guys once we're putting the downpipe on, and then also the IAT sensor still, and then it's just we'll put the fluids in it, put this fan back on, the main fan, and then it's time for tuning. So we are literally almost there. Thank you guys for like staying in this video if you have stayed this far. Like, it's just a lot of content, so I'll definitely, once the car is up and running, I will like go over everything that I've done. It's a lot, I'm not gonna lie, to like turbo a car. It's my first time doing it ever too, so I will get right back with you guys for the downpipe. All right, boys, so literally we have everything on the car except we didn't get to put the downpipe on. We have the upper downpipe on, sort of. Like, we have probably like 1 or 2 bolts off that we couldn't get on, so we're gonna take it to the exhaust shop and hopefully they can help us out, because like literally we have the downpipe laying like over here, and like it's a 1.8 downpipe that Flying Miata like kind of, they said that we should get that one for the track wise, so we got that one and it doesn't fit exactly, so I'm probably just gonna have Ackworth Muffler get me and build me one, but we have everything on the car that we are able to start it, so we're just putting the fluids in now. We gotta put oil and then also radiator fluid, so we're gonna put all the fluids in, and then we're gonna get a computer and put the base tune on, and the car should start. All right, guys, we literally got all the fluid in and everything, and now we're setting up the computer, and I'll show you guys right here. We're setting up Tuner Studio for Megasquirt, just plugging in my cable from my car, and getting the base map on there. Hopefully this runs good. This is the first time ever doing anything like this, like tuning my own car. Like, I've tuned the Subaru before with my Cobb access port, but like literally nothing like this. Like putting a whole new ECU in a car and everything. So basically we're setting everything up right now and about to put the base map on and for the first start. So you guys stay tuned, and we'll show you guys as it right before we do the first start and everything. So I'm really excited. So here we go. Alright guys, so we got Tuner Studio up and running, and we are about to put the base map on. Actually, we just put the base map on, and we're just configuring a little bit like the injectors that I have in it, the 460cc. We're going to change that and do some timing things, but we're about to start the car, so I just want to show you guys, like, this is what Tuner Studio looks like. I'm sure you've seen it before, and kind of like what my boost and AFR gauges look like lit up, but it's coming along, and we're about to set up these things, and we'll be right back with you guys. All right guys, first start, here we go, see if everything pays off. Oh yeah. Yes. All right boys, so that was the first start. This is the end of this video, but literally I'm gonna film the first drive, so that'll be a next video, and then tuning, I have to get clutch exhaust. So this video is just showing you guys that we put the full turbo kit on ourselves. We did this ourselves, first time ever doing it. We got the car started with Megasquirt, base map, super excited. Just a huge shout out to everyone who's helped me do this build. This is the whole Miata build in general, just a huge thanks, because that, like, just starting the car for the first time after it's been like down for a month and just putting a turbo on by ourselves, wow, that feels so cool. But anyway, if you guys have any questions of what we've done, we're gonna lay out like a full video too as well, but any questions, throw it down in the comments below, and I'm just stoked. I hope you guys are stoked. Anyways, UPG, always remember, have an amazing day and peace out. See you guys in the next one.